Does Elijah drive for Postmates? Let's find out. What's up, YouTube? It's Elijah here, coming at you with another video from the uberlifestyle.com, your one-stop shop for all things rideshare and delivery life, whether you're a passenger, customer, or driver. In this video, I'll be asking another question or answering another question that you guys have asked. Do I drive for Postmates? Now, I know you're probably wondering, okay, Elijah's just gonna bash Postmates like he did Lyft, right? That's still not gonna be the case. Believe it or not, I actually do like Postmates. And to answer the question, I would say occasionally, but maybe it is more than occasionally. I think that Postmates is actually a great backup app to have for Uber Eats. But we'll get into my strategy with it and how I integrate it into what I do. But let's start off with what I like about Postmates. And if you haven't never did a Postmates run, I'll also show the steps on how to do it towards the end of the video. And if you are looking for any kind of referral bonus, it's information is in the description below, and I'll also be talking about it later in the video. Now, getting into the bulk of it. What I like about Postmates, one thing I really like is I like the app sounds in Postmates. I know you're like, what are you talking about? See, these apps, they have their own like sound theme. And don't get me wrong, it's not like a huge deal. It's not affecting the bottom line. I see it as just a little plus. Ubers that you hear it right now, it's probably the most annoying sound known to man, at least to me. It's like they engineered the sound just so you will press it just to make it stop. Really don't like that sound. I didn't cover this in the Lyft video, but the Lyft sound, I don't know if it has a sound anymore, but I would say it's just kind of average. It's not annoying, but it's not like, I don't love it. But Postmates, you hear that sound right now, I actually like it. And like just the sounds that happen, like if you cancel an order, like stuff like that, it takes me back to the Sega Genesis days when I was a little kid playing Sonic the Hedgehog. That's just a little thing. I do like the Postmates sound. Now I have heard that when it first came out, it sounded like chicken scratch, but I can just evaluate on what I know. I like it. So, like Uber Eats, you can make money whenever you want by literally turning the app on. That's definitely good, because I know apps like DoorDash and stuff may not have that option. You gotta sign up for shifts with. Like I said, I'm not. This is the backup app for Uber Eats, and it's integrated into that Maestro app that I covered in the Lyft video. So that's the reason I took a look at Postmates. I don't recommend you get on all these apps because they're supposed to be used to get you somewhere. Okay, you don't need to get on a whole bunch. Just get on one and your backup and you're good. Use it to get to where you need to be. But moving on. One thing I like about Postmates is you can see what restaurant you're heading to. It's gonna say Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Subway, a sushi restaurant, what it's gonna tell you where it is. That's always good to know, because there are certain restaurants, just based on it being practical, I wouldn't go to. So having that information is good. You can figure that out too with Uber Eats, but it doesn't directly show you. You got to kind of use analysis. They directly show you, so that's a plus. The tipping platform is more friendly. What I mean by this is on the customer end. Almost immediately after the order is dropped off, this huge thing pops up saying you want to tip your driver. Versus some people argue on the Uber platform in general, it's kind of hidden. So with it just popping up like that, I said that's a huge plus. There are more restaurants to order from Postmates, which in theory means you'll be getting more orders. It just depends on your market. I think it's kind of balanced, but it does have the potential to get more orders just based on that concept alone. Like I said, it's a great backup app, and you do get paid for wait time. When you're waiting for your food to get ready, you get paid for wait time. It's going to vary depending on your market, but you do get paid for it, so obviously that's something that I like. We got to look into stuff that I don't like about it, and it does exist. not all orders are instant. Meaning, like with Uber Eats, you literally just go in there and pick up the food. Simple. Postmates, so they do have partnership with some restaurants where it's like that, but other ones, the customer is called in and they have the order maybe ready, but you got to pay for it using the Postmates debit card that they mail you. And some orders, you just literally have to go there, place it, then wait. Yeah, the last one I just mentioned, I'm not too fond of. In fact, if I have a heads up that that restaurant is going to be like that, I probably won't accept the trip. But that's a downside. It's not an instant pickup kind of thing. So, plus you got to take. That's kind of. Plus you got to take a picture of your receipt. That's not a big deal, but it's this stuff takes time. Time is of the essence because time is money. And if you are going to be placing the order, I really think you should be compensated more. $1.50, $2, like placing order fee or something. I'm just throwing that out there because if I had to pick between picking the order up instantly and placing one, unless I know I'm going to get more money for placing the order, I'm not going to take that. It's just you're taking on more responsibility. If the order is wrong, then part of that is going to be your fault versus instant pickup. It is 100% the restaurant's fault. All you did was just pick the order up. So that's something I don't like. Overall, what Postmates pays, now I'm comparing it to Uber Eats, okay? And they do pay less in terms of what they pay. Now, there's obviously tips involved. Now, I do notice that the tips, they would be higher on Postmates. But, tips is a moody thing to a certain degree. There are certain things you can contribute to get good tips. But it does have a component of, it may not be consistent, and it's up to the customer. So let's say if no one was really tipping, you're not going to make that much money. Versus Uber Eats, where Uber pays you in addition, to the boost, all that stuff. Even without tips, you could still make between like $11 and $18 an hour. The tips is really the only way you're going to make money on Postmates. Now, in my experience, tips are great. So you're still making money. It's just that concept is kind of like, this might be different in other markets, but in my market, DFW, they don't, promotion-wise, they just do guarantees. And that's something I just don't, it doesn't motivate me because it's like rolling the dice. So they may have do 8 trips during dinner time and you're guaranteed $75. If you don't make it, we'll cover the difference. Which is, relying on the tips kind of thing because, if it was just strictly off their earnings, they would have to give you more. But yeah, it's like rolling the dice, and it doesn't motivate me. Like with Uber Eats, they have the Quest, where you drive 5 trips, you just get an extra $15 or $20 or whatever. Those are more motivating, because in addition to whatever I'm getting, including tips and boosts and all that, I'm also getting that Quest. So when I'm comparing them, that makes me not like that feature on Postmates. So those are my list of pros and cons for the app. We're going to go ahead and get into the whole order placing process on Postmates. So obviously first you accept the trip. When you accept the trip, that's when the whole process starts. Head to the restaurant, pick up the order. Now based on whether you're going to pay for it or if you're picking it up, that determines what happens next. If you're picking it up, you literally just show them the order number, pick it up, that's the end of it. In some cases, you might need to sign something, but that's the end of it. If you're paying for it or placing the order. If you're placing the order, obviously, you gotta tell them what the customer wants. Everything is in the app. You can see it on the screenshot. What I do, I just tell them I'm a Postmates carrier and I'm placing this order. I turn the phone around and literally let them look at everything. I guess I'm spoiled with Uber Eats, but I'm not about to tell them every single thing on their phone. I just let them look at it. So once they do that, then they'll tell you the total. Then you pay. You bring your Postmates card out. You give it to them. Then on the card, they say always select credit. So they select credit, pay for it. Simple as that. Now they give you a receipt. Make sure you take a picture of that receipt because it's not going to let you proceed. But I was talking to a friend of mine. He's like the master of Postmates. He told me something that I didn't know about. When I started applying it, it really made sense. basically the receipt. You don't want to save it and press picked up until you're about to like literally drive off. Like you save the receipt, then you pick up, then you press complete pickup. You do that when you're about to drive off, because the moment you do that, that is when all the wait time you waited is accumulated. So let's say you just place the order. Just place the order. Then you save the receipt and everything. Guess what? The system thinks that the process is complete. So you're not going to be getting paid any more wait time. That should be told. I didn't know. I only knew because he told me. I feel like that should be acknowledged at some point by Postmates, but maybe there's some self-interest involved. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but whatever. So make sure you take that note. But once that process is complete, you'll press complete pickup, then it's going to tell you where you're going, and everything from there is pretty much the same as Uber Eats in terms of any instructions or etc. So how do I personally use Postmates? Once again, Maestro app. You look at the video above, it says it all. But I do the same thing I do with Lyft in terms of a backup app. Have it set on Uber Eats for 3 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes depending on the time of day. And just have that going. If nothing pops off on Uber Eats, Postmates clicks on in addition to Uber Eats being on. And if a Postmates comes through and it's an order that I favor, I'll take it. That's how you do it. Keeps you in activity. So that answers the question, does Elijah drive Postmates? Overall, I do. I like Postmates. I really do. Especially those app sounds. But this has been a video by the uberlifestyle.com. If you haven't done so already, be sure to visit the website. If you like this video, a thumbs up is appreciated. Be sure to subscribe and share. It's Elijah. Any questions, leave them below. Peace out.